Happy Sunday, everybody! I know I haven't made a video in a while. I'll explain why in the description. Today, I want to get started on a topic that a lot of people have different opinions on, especially women, and that is beauty products and how we use them and why we use them. I have grown a lot in this area, and so I kind of want to take you through the different stages I've been in my life with beauty. Just to let you know my thoughts and my feelings about different beauty products, how I used it in my past and how I use it now, because they're two very different things. So we're going to go stage by stage. So this is obviously step one. I've got nothing on my face. You're welcome. And I'm not counting the years where I was way too young to even think about dealing with beauty. This is probably starting around age 13 or 14, and I still didn't want to do anything with it. I remember having conversations with my mom where she would show me these pictures of these like beautiful plus-size women with makeup on and their hair all done, and she's like, Emily, you can be pretty and still not be really skinny. It's okay. And at the time, I was super offended because I didn't want to think of myself that way. Now I really appreciate it because it kind of set me up for where I am today. But when I was 13 or 14, it's kind of how I saw myself. I wasn't pretty in the sense of my body, so I figured my face wasn't going to help me any, so I just didn't do anything with it. I wore my hair really tied and low back. I didn't put anything on my face, and I kind of just walked through life as one of the boys, or at least tried to, so people wouldn't really notice me. I didn't think there was any way for me to improve myself without changing a lot of stuff, so I didn't try to change the little things like my face. And whoa, Nelly, that's a little bit different. This happened because when I started high school, the group that I immediately fell into were these group of girls that were, for lack of a better term, emo kids. They wore their eyes like this, they were all black, they wore their corsets, and they were the first people to really accept me in my first high school. I just moved, I didn't know anybody, and they let me into their group, I joined their activities, and I saw how confident a lot of them were. And they, carried themselves better, and they were able to interact with other people. They stood up for themselves when people were mean to them, and that was a whole new thing for me. And so I obviously tried to mimic them in a lot of ways, and this was unfortunately one of them. And it didn't stop there. I had the black clothes, I had the colored pants, which I, still wear different colored jeans, but it's a little different now. I dyed my hair black a couple times. I dyed different colors a couple times. I had purple in my hair. It was another way of covering up for me. I wasn't trying to make myself look better or feel better. I was trying to make myself look different so I could fit in with this new group of people and kind of fade back from the rest of the people who had been rude to me when I first got to this new school. I have the utmost respect for people who decide that this is what works for them, but when I was in high school, I wasn't trying to make this work for me, I was trying to make myself work for other people, so it wasn't exactly what I needed to be doing. So this is the stage before the one I'm at right now. This one started probably like halfway through freshman year, and it doesn't look like anything because it's really not. What happened most of college is that I would wake up some days and I'd feel great, and I'd do my makeup, and it wasn't the intense black emo eye makeup of before, and it wasn't the nice makeup that I'm trying to do now. It was kind of somewhere in between that, where I was still leaning towards the darker side. Honestly, at this point, I was still trying to pretend that the emo kid thing was something I really wanted to do, and I was trying to stick kind of with that, but I was toning it back a little bit because nobody in my college dressed like that, so I was trying to fit in a little more there. And then there would be other days where I'd wake up and I didn't want to do anything. So 90% of my college life, I had a second day face of makeup on because I wasn't washing my face well enough. I'd have eyeliner left over, and so I'd just kind of go with it because I thought it was good enough. And it obviously isn't, and don't leave eyeliner on your face when you go to sleep. It's not a good idea. Learned that the hard way. But this is what I did. If I felt good enough to do my makeup, I did. And if I didn't, I just had what I had put on yesterday on. So that was it. And this is me today. Any given day, this is probably what I look like. I obviously change it up a little bit. I don't do it exactly the same every day. But this is pretty much what I'll look like if I'm going out to work, if I'm going to hang out with friends. Pretty much the same thing. I don't mix it up too much. The big difference here is really not the look, which is different because I'm trying a lot harder. I'm looking at magazines, watching YouTube videos, trying to figure out what looks good on my face, which is a big step because before I was just doing what everybody else was doing, really. Now I'm not so much using beauty as a way to cover up, I'm using it as a way to express myself, which is, a really cheesy way to say it, but it's absolutely true. I don't think ever when I'm putting on my makeup, oh, this will cover up this will change how this looks. That's not what's going through my mind at all. What's going through my mind when I do my makeup now is like, wow, this will look really good. And it makes me feel really great about myself, which I think is a big deal in how we should be using beauty. Not to cover up, but to make us feel better as people. And I know a lot of people are going to have opinions on that, and that's okay. But for me, as a woman and as a young working professional, I really think that this is what works for me, and I'm going to stick to it. I do also want to say that I really like myself. And that sounds vain and that sounds weird, but it needs to be said. I know that I have things to work on. I know I'm not healthy. I know I'm not the cleanest person. I know there are things that I need to do in my life to make me a better and healthier person. But that being said, I am already the me that I want to be. I'm not trying to become a different person. I'm trying to become a better person, which is way different than anywhere I've been in my life before. Which is really cool. Before I was, if I was trying to get healthy, it wasn't because I wanted to be a healthy person. It's because I wanted to be a different person. Now I'm trying to get healthy because I'd like to be a better me, which is a really great place to be. So that's it for today. I will see you on Wednesday, I promise. And have a great week.